What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got a special game. We've got a certified hood classic of a game. This is from late 2008. It's a match mode or some sort of competitive game between Shitty Sports and DN. I can't recall the name of the clan right now, but it's a good clan. It's full of Smurfs. You know, Hunter UK, Shoot the Moon, I'm assuming, Cobra, Man Bear Pit, like just lots of good players. And then this is your typical Shitty Sports, Shitty Sports loadout. Maybe this is a tournament game. I don't know. Warwick is the one who sent it to me. He sent me so many replays, and I'm just kind of working through them all. So yeah, this is Xmas competitive, a 5v5. It's a really tough map to play. Even now, I don't think we've ever figured it out. And our boys here are on the tough side. I think a lot of people will agree that the USA side is a lot harder, mainly because if you notice, like the triple pointer, which is the most important point on this map, it's on all sides, other than the USSR side, is contained by these bridges. So it's just really hard for the USA side to get in here and attack. And then you've kind of got, this is the USA's gimme points, I guess, but it's so easy to contest. Like, there's just no cover. It's going to get constantly dropped. And then there's going to be a huge fight over here. And typically, the loadouts, you know, we're going to see double air. And, you know, in these days, and back then, I would say double air on this map is a necessity. Like, you just need double air. And we're actually going to see some, like, even dirtier tactics than double air. So we'll get to that. And we're going to see the reaction to it. But it just an air bang on this map is so devastating that it's kind of like the only thing you can do. Just because it's hard for infantry to get anywhere. Like, it's hard for infantry to get to the places where it's good to fight. Like, this is a decent spot to fight as infantry. This is okay as well. But air can just kill you before you even get there. And also, like, all these little shitty suburban houses are super fragile. And you know, an air player can just kill it immediately. So even if you get in there, it's not going to work out for you. And man, it's taking a long fucking time to start. These guys are obviously just doing advanced strategies. They really got to think this through. And what they're thinking through is just air bangs. Well, you know, obviously. Warwick, interestingly, he gets 2 ATs, which I agree for. And usually you get 2 regular. But the ATs actually do very well. And here we go. The air bang, you know, they're like, say hi to each other and they go on. And we're going to talk about this medium air in a second, but we'll just wait for the air bang. And it's just a perfectly executed. They only kill 1 scout. Completely wipes everything here. Going for the trucks. Kills the tanks. Brutal. And the air bang pretty much did the exact same thing on this end. Although they just managed, I think they kill it. But Hunter UK is the infantry player. But he is doing off-roll mediums as the infantry player in a dubious way to get around the ESL rules, which is you can only have 2 maximum of 1 roll. And actually, you see this a lot, especially on farmland or certain maps where air is so dominant and infantry doesn't really work very well. But that's like all his reinforcement points in choppers. And maybe he got like a truck or something. We'll see. He doesn't even get involved in this cap. Maybe he got wiped by the air. But you notice Frost, who I highlighted, who's going to be the hero of this replay. He deleted, he switched roles, and now he's got a full set of mediums. A random air to airs. We're going to see more of those, but he's gone full mediums. And honestly, in this day and age, I would say the best and the optimal. And yes, you see here drops coming down here, and the airdrops are over here. These are kind of forward. We'll see if they survive. But I would say the correct move is just to always go mediums on this map. Like, go 1 heavy, 1 medium, and have your infantry player go full. Oh no, Werk didn't micro. Because these mediums are gonna like just crush, and you kind of need a full player. Like Hunter is not going to be able to micro this medium air as well as Frost is going to be able to micro his medium air, because all Frost has to do is worry about his meads. But Hunter's going to have to micro drops. He's going to have to micro whatever infantry he does call in. He's not going to have as many choppers, so he's just going to automatically lose the fight. I like the mixing in mediums if you're going to have, if you just want more mediums. Like I've done replays in the past where you had like a medium air player and then the infantry gets a few more cheeky mediums, and then you just have more mediums than the other team. This is why we hate mediums, because you have to think about this bullshit. It's like, it's a really like annoying, like you got to think about this shit all the time, and like it really just comes down to a numbers game, not skill. That's a whiff of a air to air. And miraculously, these airborns have survived. But you can see here, this is what typically happens. USA struggles to get into town. They're doing an admirable job. These are kind of like ballsy. They have a tough time getting into town. And then they're going to get dropped on the sides. And look at the savage tick. And just more drops are coming in. Like Boone's drops. Hunter is dropping directly on the points. What a Chad move. Werrick's having trouble. He's like microing all over the map. There he goes. He gets his drops down. See, Hunter gets the nice cap, but he dies. Okay. Oh, he gets in the building. Excellent. And in the meantime, this is the other, like, this is why you need mediums on this map, because air can just kill, like, support cannot support this area. Like, support is stretched, especially in a 5v5. Like, look how far, like, he's over here. He's got to be over here. He's got to be over here. He's even got a rep tank. And, yeah, I know, it's just not going to work. Especially, okay, yeah, Man, Bear, Pig, and Rotor Wolf are still on heavies each. You know, it's just devastating. Like, you just can't, wherever the air decides to push, you're going to lose. And you can't defend 3 places at once. You know, even with mediums, it's tough. But Frost, he's going to be having a great game on mediums. Like, he's picking off choppers. Both these guys, like, they're not getting scouts. Because basically they can't, like, they know they're going to get killed by the mediums. Atomic's having a great game too. He's just killing shit left and right. And now they're in a desperate, like, what does Shitty Sports have to do in this situation? Like, they're playing the whole map, which is correct. Cosmo's got some drops down. Werrick is just relentlessly dropping over there. But what you really want to do is exactly what Werrick is doing. He's keeping in the town alive. And they're just attriting whatever's in here, and they're going to go for decaps soon. It's going to be desperate decaps. Oh, I see the Jeeps died. Oh, unlucky. See some insane drop wars going on. Wow, he gets the cap and then dies. Werrick's going for the immediate decap. Excellent. Once he knows that he can't cap that back. Still not decapping this. And usually what you do in this situation is the rat tactics of, like, ignore the town and just fight on the sides and save for a nuke, and you hope that the enemy team kind of focuses in. But again, in a that may work in an 8v8, but in a 5v5, especially if the team is doing double air and is not full of idiots, they're going to be spread out. And they're basically doing triple air, so blowing the town with a nuke is not an option, and they're probably just not going to have the TA. Like, Werrick is holding a lot of TA right now. But there was so much wastage in the air-to-airs that a nuke is not going to be available for them, basically. And instead what they're doing is the decaps. The disgusting, risky decaps. Like, is this going to work? Oh, that's so lucky it worked. You know, that's what you have to, like, really, if you're going to do the decaps, you have to work on the denials. Oh, yeah, and the clutch attack grounding. Oh, I love it. Like, that's absolutely necessary. So you need a lot of control. You need, like, a very generous air player. Look at Frost. This hero medium has been alive the entire time. Just keep, like, I hope you've just been following this medium. Like, absolute Chad medium ranking up. And he didn't start with these mediums. Like, he had to, like, delete his original set of choppers. But I mean, he's against triple air basically, so he's got a lot of choppers to shoot. Oh, Warwick didn't get out in time. See, you just can't stop the heavies, even with a fucking medium just sitting there banging on him. He can still do damage. But Warwick is saving the day with these drops over. He's just out dropping Hunter. That's basically the long and short of it. Like Warwick is the TA dump. Like look at the different like these air players are all feeding him. I think, and you know I agree with that. Like I would rather the inf player get all the TA, and then even speaking as like an armor player at heart, I know like the inf player should get TA. And look, the armor players, he's getting enough for his tank drops, which is good. I might like to see some more. Oh, let's just give him some more drops at a Cosmo, like some paras. And more counter drops here. They've recapped this. It's still, and yeah, look, these both sides are just druid drops on each other. Hilarious. And this is just the average suffering that you go through as USA on this map. It's funny how like I've gone through clan matches even recently that go, or like match mode games that go like this. It's just really hard. Although I haven't seen, oh look, Hunter's got his own ranked up chopper. Oh my god, just the medium play. We don't see a lot of this these days. I just don't think, I mean, I think we have seen some match modes that kind of went like this. But just not so air dominant, I would say. And is that a star? That looks like a star. Man, lots of ranked up choppers. And see again more of these air to airs. Let's see if this air to air lands. This looks like a good one. This might be. But I mean, again, why are you throwing down so many air to airs? Ooh, he did his own air to air. Why are these guys throwing down so many air to airs on this map? Like fuck. And then look at this. In the meantime, who cares about wasting TA? They've decapped, and just this is the difference that having a fully, like Warwick can focus completely on inf, and I think it's working out for them. Like he's got all the, like look at this para situation now. Like they're winning the vision war. And no, not the oh, he gets it. Beautiful. So he's winning the para war. Oh, and a clutch. Did you see that clutch denial? Again, and then more air to airs. Let's see if that one works. Yeah, just getting infant here, like getting some ATs in these woods and in these buildings is just always like really good. And yeah, okay, he got man, bear, pig with that air to air. Still, that's quite a few. And Frost lost a lot of his choppers, but still the hero captain one has survived. And look, they've stabilized. They've got the flanks, and with this cap of the flanks, they've got a really decent tick. And that's all USA really, like that's their only hope is you cap the flanks and you lock them down, and then you decap town. And then once this happens, it's really hard for USSR to come back. So I think the just sniping guys left and right. That's beautiful. And more air to airs. Is this one gonna work? Let's see. Again, like very unnecessary. Like there's only one. It gets the scout, I guess. And these guys, yeah. I mean, I guess killing the scout, but this guy would have cleaned up the scout anyways. But yeah, notice the virtuous cycle. Now they cap this. Okay, yeah, they cap this, and it's really bad now for this team. And this is what you do. Okay, yeah. Instead of wasting TA on air-to-airs, you just arty this spot. Like, this is the sweet spot for arty. And then you cluster this. Warwick's already on it. Like, he's got the pre-position drops. Yeah, and look, he's sneaking infant into here. And shoot the boon is just like GG. He knows. He knows. I'm not a fan of the preemptive GGs. I mean, you shouldn't really... I don't GG until I see the score at the end. But, like... That's not everybody. Yeah, clustering this. It is just impossible to come back after this. Like, the sides are getting forwarded up. The mediums are getting ranked up. And look at it. Actually, these flares are amazing. Like, he dodges every missile on those flares. Oh, okay, almost every missile. And yeah, like, I don't understand why DN didn't change off with double heavy air. Like, what they should have done, you have your heavy air bang in the beginning, and then you switch off to mediums, and there's the star. Look at that. The star. Oh. Beautiful. Gotta respect the medium air when it works. But yeah, they should have said Hunter, go and play full inf. Because, like, somebody's got to counter their inf. And one of these guys, one of these poor fools has to play mediums to counter their mediums. Because the triple air is not going to work. They lost the infight on all flanks. Like, you got to at least win the infight on one flank. Or, like, you got to win the infight in here. Another dubious air-to-air. This guy's still alive, though. And yeah, just the drops, relentless drops. The tick is brutal on them. These random arties are like, again, like, look at the control that they have. Even turning off these guys. These are just purely for vision. Like, look, Warwick's everywhere. He's like an octopus. And look, he's going to get the cap. Oh, he gets denied. But this guy's going to run and get it. And Warwick loves the preemptive GGs. And although at this point, yeah, it's obvious. Like, they're TDing these guys. They're spawn raping them. There's more random air-to-airs. Yeah, and Hunter, I think they won some other thing. Like, I think this is like the final, is a finals game. Like, this is an ESL server, so this is some sort of clan match. I don't know the context of this. Warwick basically sent it to me, and he was just like, look at this guy's fucking mediums with the ranked up in a very highly competitive game. I just, oh yeah, perfectly flaring out of there. More, well, let's see, is that going to hit? Yeah, he gets it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Hilarious. But yeah, that's a dominant victory. A comeback victory from USA with 100%er. 5 minutes to spare. Really good comeback on a very difficult map. But I think, like, look at the difference in air score. Like, these guys got shut down, and Hunter couldn't beat Warwick, even though Hunter got quite a lot of score somehow. You know, the double heavy air does not work against mediums, guys. Like, that's it. Like, if you want to take a learning from this in a 5v5 situation, don't do mediums. But yeah, thanks for Warwick for sending that along. And yeah, that's a competitive game, guys. I'll do some more I got some shitty pubs coming up. Just more terrible pub games. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Later.